Hizbul Mujahideen, with the help of other terror groups, has gathered terrorists near LoC and PoK, and they are just waiting to infiltrate. India Today has accessed one such video. The terrorists are heard chanting slogans against India and the Mufti and Modi government. Terrorists can be seen waving sophisticated weapons in their hands, including LMG and machine guns. Jammu and Kashmir police sources say that the militant groups are circulating these videos on social media deliberately to show their presence and to try to motivate youth and lure them. Shuja ul Haq is now joining us with more details from Srinagar, and Shiv is joining us here from the newsroom. Shuja, first to you. How prepared are the forces for a situation like this, even if the video is being circulated solely to attract more youth into terror outfits? Even that situation is a difficult one for the forces.
Well, that's right. It is a difficult situation. You know, of late, there are two aspects. Of late, we've seen the increase in the incidence of, circulation of videos by militant groups, either in Kashmir Valley or outside Kashmir Valley, like is the case with this particular video. And what the experts believe is that this is a deliberate attempt being made to ensure that there is, some sort of a presence that is felt on the ground by people, and also possibly, an attempt to attract local youth for joining militancy. We've seen these videos cropping up from South Kashmir, where a few young men were seen uploading videos without hiding their faces, and that's exactly what has happened in this particular video as well. If you notice, which is something which is new from the past videos, is the fact that these new videos have open dare sort of a thing. Most of the militants or the men who hold these guns do not shy away from showing their faces or their identities. Okay. So the only attempt that seems to be, very predominant here is trying to lure people, trying to lure youth for joining the militant ranks, and that is a challenge that the security forces have. That's a challenge that Jammu and Kashmir police also has in terms of their strategy to tackle this.
Shiv, help us understand why these videos and pictures go viral on social networking sites. We had seen a similar case 2 months back when a picture of about 11 terrorists donning army fatigues was seen on Facebook.
Well, the appeal of such photographs, such images, is pretty obvious, given that they're so rare. It's very difficult to get such images. They've started coming out in a much bigger way, much more comprehensive way in the recent past because, of many of these terror groups actually looking at how to actually propagate their messages and these images through social media, sometimes quite successfully. Now, this particular image has, a lot of security value because remember the context of this video, Maha. You've got the security agencies operating in Jammu and Kashmir that have been talking about, at least 47 terror camps operating in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, from where launch pads are trying to push infiltrators into India to conduct terror operations. Point number B, the captured terrorists that India managed to get its hands on, Naved and Sajjad, have both confirmed, that there are several people like them who are currently being trained, for infiltration into India. So, many of the people in that photograph could perhaps be, some of the people these terrorists have actually trained along with. And like Shuja pointed out very importantly, no faces are masked. The messages, are pretty explicit. They take the names of Prime Minister Modi, they take the names of Chief Minister Mufti, several other anti-India slogans as well. The fact that it's so brazen, the fact that the message is brazen, the fact that there's no attempt to actually mask their faces or their identity or indeed the location. I mean, a seasoned person who knows the lay of the land and the terrain in PoK could perhaps study those pictures, which indeed they actually are, we've been able to confirm, to find out precisely where this particular launch pad may actually be. So it's definitely of security value to India.
Certainly a matter of concern also to the security forces. Many thanks, Shiv and Shuja, for joining us with the very latest.